Let's go. Welcome to the K-Pasta Podcast and Reviews. This is your host,
the ringleader K.
And I'm your co-host, the all-time assist leader, Action Pad.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Today we got something that we gonna talk about, and it got something to do with underage children,
and crazy people,
bullying, and crimes. Because I don't know if you can actually enter a school bus if you don't have anything to do with the school system. If you don't work for the school system, I don't think you could be a civilian and just jump on a school bus and threaten. Because as far as I don't know about every state, but I thought like communicating threats was against the law.
Yes, it is everywhere.
Okay, so communicating threats,
except for Japan,
against children on a stopped school bus
is a no-no.
Creating a riot. Can you throw that in there? Nah, I don't think you can throw that in there. But
communicating threats,
you can't throw the communicating threats. I want to know like some of the people opinions on what they would do in this type of situation, because I have kids, and the kids that I have, it's two of them, and they don't ride the bus because they're not of that age yet, because they're smaller than bus riding age. But it won't be long before they be riding the bus. So I can see. I
also don't ride a bus, but it's because we choose to.
But they are of age to ride the bus.
Yeah.
So we can see the angles.
Yeah.
Of this. We can see the angles, like each angle we can see, because we have kids, and I have a daughter and a son. You have a daughter and a son. Mm-hmm. So we can see all the angles. What if it was a boy? What if it was a girl? So being a father, a parent, let's get into it. Let's get into the video, and then we can let the audience decide. Yeah, we can discuss it.
All right.
Come on, man. You supposed to say
let's go.
Let's check this video out. Let's check it out.
Video is chaotic. The bus is stopped, and a man is on the bus with students screaming and threatening the kids. It's hard to tell from the shaky video at times, but the bus seems nearly full. Cries and screams from students can be heard. Several students and another adult can be seen outside the bus, standing at its entrance. We asked JCPS about the incident. The district says that the incident is being investigated. JCPS sent a letter to parents of those students on the bus stating that the bus driver, who appears to be in the video, got the adults off of the bus. However, the district says those adults followed the bus in a car. After police and district security were notified, JCPS had the driver return the bus to Carter Elementary. The parents were asked to come get their children. Students waited on the bus until police arrived. JCPS says it's providing counseling for any students who are suffering from trauma related to the incident.
The only reason I honestly got on the bus to get my daughter off the bus from fighting.
Delvante King admits boarding the school bus and losing his temper, but says the video doesn't tell the whole story.
The reason why I got so frustrated like that is because I know for a fact my child is being picked on.
King says his daughter is in the 4th grade at Carter Elementary School and has been getting bullied since last year. And on Friday, things got physical.
I wanted to physically see if my daughter had a knot on her head.
And she did?
Yes.
How did she get the knot?
She said some kids jumped on her, the same kids that's been picking with her.
On Tuesday, we talked to the parent of the child King's anger is directed at.
You could have came and talked to me as an adult.
She was clearly not happy with the way things were handled.
Come knock on our door. Go to the school.
But King says he has tried talking to the adults.
My child's mother, she done reached out to her plenty of times. Reached out to the school plenty of times. I've talked to the child's mother.
Meanwhile, despite his anger, King regrets his actions and has a message for the children on the bus and their families.
I honestly do. Like, from the bottom of my heart, I do. I apologize. I'm sorry about the way that I acted.
In fact, this story could even have a happy ending.
I talked to the child's mother and uncle.
King says the two families are planning to meet face to face.
I don't want this to go no farther than words than what, If anything, I want to turn this negative situation into a positive situation.
And King says right now the plan is to meet with the parents of the other child sometime this
But
week.
keeping it real goes wrong again, once again. What you call it from the Bone Dogs? What was it?
When keeping it real goes wrong.
An end moment. Yeah. Well,
okay, at least it looked like it had a positive resolution to the whole story.
Nah, because I think he's saying that because charges probably being filed.
Yeah.
So he trying to backtrack because he looked like a gangster. And it looked like he probably be on probation. And they probably said, we're going to violate your probation. So now he backtracking out of it.
Yeah.
But those tattoos all on his neck and stuff like that, they screaming, I'll do it again. So
we didn't get to see the uncle.
But I really want to say this though, in his defense. I didn't hear him curse. So maybe he's a good guy. Maybe he's a good dude. Man,
he did say the B word.
He did?
Mm.
Oh, well, I missed it. But he didn't curse as much as somebody else would.
Now I see it from both sides, because if you out there bullying my kids, I'm liable to do the same thing in anger.
What you mean by
if you
do the same thing, like what? What would you do?
I'm liable to go up in that bus.
What would you have done differently than he did?
Differently?
Or the same?
Like I would say, I would try to talk to the parents.
Okay.
Originally call the school. You know, you gotta go through the school district first to make sure.
He said he did that. He did that.
Then
he did that.
Talk to the parents.
He didn't do that.
If it still ain't get resolved, that's when my anger might just.
So you think his number one problem was not talking to the parents first?
Talk to the parents.
Yeah, I agree with that. But in the spur of the moment, if you see your daughter with a knot on her head and she been complaining about the same people picking on her,
you're going to automatically just
snap and be like, I'm getting on that bus today. I'm not going to call the parents because it's going to take too long. I'm going to handle this today. I'm sick of this situation. Because if it was my daughter, I really don't know how I would handle this situation, but I could tell you how I would like to handle the situation. Everything you said is the way I would like to handle the situation, but when it comes to your babies, there's no telling what you'll do. So
no. Then on the other end, I can understand, because if somebody get on the bus,
what you think the mother of the child that was crying, the one he was talking to, I'm not going to say the mother, because the mother is the one we saw in the video, as the father of that child.
I will also be hot. That's why I could understand.
As the father of the baby that's getting yelled at by this grown man.
Now,
how would you feel?
Because now I'm wanting to do something to that grown man.
I mean, what would you do? What would you say to him? Would you want to talk on TV? Because the mother did. The mother wanted to talk.
Yeah.
I can't say where is
maybe she don't got a father figure, because he said mother and uncle.
Yeah, so that's probably her brother, the mother brother.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But
we don't know if the man's just not in the life. He could be dead.
Just imagine you living your life, you home cutting the grass, you about to clock out of work or whatever you do. You get a phone call saying that this man just got on the bus and made your daughter cry. How would you react to that? Like, it's a shock. It's a normal person calling your phone, but when you answer, they say that, hey, such and such just got on the bus and screamed and cursed at our daughter and made him cry. And we have the video to prove that he did it.
That's what I'm saying.
And talk to him like a dog and threaten her welfare well-being, how would you handle that situation?
That's what I'm saying. How would you handle it?
First, I would be disappointed that I got the call. Like, oh man, it's always something. And then I would think about my future. Like, my future could change today. Like, right now in this moment, I have the option to go left or right. And if I choose violence, I could very well end up in prison and not be there at all for my child. Or I can go out like a sucker and just talk to him in a nice way and be there for my child. But I gotta go out like a sucker to be able to
doing
be
the
there
right
for
thing is not going out like a sucker. Going out like a sucker is being locked
but
up away
the
from
way
your kids.
we as black men have been
you're
programmed, that's
You're
how
right.
we think. We think about it like we going out like a sucker, and that's what it is. It is what it is. Somebody from the outside looking in, they say, or a church person, or even me, I can tell the next man, hey, that's not going out like a sucker, just like you told me. But in my mind, that's how I perceive it. Like, damn, I'm going out like a punk. That's my daughter. If nobody else gonna defend her, I'm a defender.
The only thing would be, it wouldn't really be going out on the sucker. Now, if he put
in your mind, it wouldn't be.
No, cause if he put his hand on my child, that's when it's gonna go down.
Okay, I can go for that. Yeah.
With just words,
you wouldn't consider that going out like a sucker?
Nah.
Even though everybody in the whole world seen this video and they know you ain't do nothing about it.
I mean, you done something about it.
If it wasn't a video, then you could say, okay, I ain't going out.
You at least confront.
But somebody gonna want to know what you're gonna do.
Now, if he put his hands on my, do you think thumb, fingerprint, anything?
Do you think somebody gonna ask you what you're gonna do? That's always how it go. It always go like that. Somebody always asks you what you're gonna do about it.
Most likely, I've been on handle it before the video even
whether
came out.
It's your cousin, your wife, if she might push the issue, because the wife or your girlfriend, she want to fight the guy. Mm-hmm. Now you got your daughter crying, embarrassed, the video out there for the whole world to see, and your wife or your girlfriend want to fight the guy, and she telling you, if you not gonna do nothing, I'm gonna do something. So you stuck between. As a black man, we always get
things that happen. Like, that's real.
Yeah, I know.
It happens all the time.
It happens for real. Like, that's what's going to happen. Depending on who your wife or your girlfriend is, it's going to happen like
With
that.
me, they're going to be like, you heard from that guy that was on the bus that didn't see your daughter? He's missing. We don't know where he's at.
That's what I'm saying. So you saying that the right thing to do would be A, but we always, not always, but most of the time we do B. The right way to handle this situation is to let the law get involved. Let the school system get involved. Talk to them man to man, or wait 2 weeks before you talk to them. Don't talk to them while anger is building up, but just wait until the feelings die down. He come out and publicly apologize and then talk to him about it. But we don't do that as I'm not even going to say as black men. I'm going to say as men in general. But I just know more about black men. So I know for sure most black men don't handle situations like that. Yeah. Even a church man, when it comes to his daughter, I don't think he's going to really go by what he practice, what he preaches.
When all that anger building up right then is...
Yeah, so this is...
y'all never know what you're going to do.
And your wife is, or your girlfriend is 95%. Yeah, she gonna be 95% of the way you handle it. Yeah. She is gonna determine whatever type of woman she is. That's gonna determine, because in your heart, you really not gonna want to do anything.
Cause women make men do crazy things.
So in your heart, you really not gonna want to go to prison. Yeah. You're not gonna want to leave your job, lose your job, go to prison, had to buy a lawyer. You're not going to really want to do all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But if you have a brother, some cousins, or a group of friends, and they boosting you on, and then you got your your wife or your girlfriend, she could say, don't listen to your friends, babe. Handle it this way. You gonna listen to her over your friends. Depending on your relationship.
Yeah.
But if she is agreeing with your friends, like, yo, you need to go over there and beat his ass. That's all it's gonna take.
Yeah.
It's like you against the world now at this point. So you're gonna go out like a sucker. That's what I mean by going out like a sucker, because in your mind you're gonna have to fight against that, going out like a sucker. Not meaning, I'm not saying it like
you are a sucker.
Yeah, you are a
everybody
sucker.
else
Gonna
thinking of you as a sucker.
Yeah,
like,
but they
man,
know
if it were my daughter, shoot.
Right, because it didn't happen to
say.
them. They gonna say that because it didn't happen to them.
Yeah.
They still have a job. They kids home safe. They ain't got this problem. They don't know how they will handle it. But peer pressure, it can make you do some crazy things along with the woman that you dealing with, the mother. So I'm glad he apologized. I don't know if it was accepted by the family, because the mother,
Well, I
she
think
was
they
like,
said it was gonna get together.
yeah, but they ain't did it yet though. So,
maybe it'd be a big kumbaya. They all be friends. The
hopefully
daughters
so.
Maybe the daughters become friends.
Hopefully so. I hope this never happen again.
I'm friends with people I used to be with. You never know.
I really don't have problems with anybody. Like people that we got into it years ago, I really never even hated the people or never disliked the people. We just got into a situation.
Yeah.
So that's why I know about spur of the moment thinking, and how you can do something to get yourself in a lot of trouble for no reason, really. Because like you said, he didn't touch her. He did scream at her and make her cry, but that's not worth taking someone's life or going to prison over. So I'm glad he's handling it now that it happened. I'm glad.
Cool down.
Yeah, I'm glad they are
it.
handling this situation the way that they are. But I don't know if the father is still planning on whooping his ass when he see him or not. You know what I'm saying? So
he might be locked up, but when he get out, he might want to.
Yeah, so I can't speak on that because I know how it goes down. All right, next thing we want to talk about is...
yeah, but want y'all to comment, because we'd like to see how y'all feel.
Yeah, how would y'all react to this situation? Because
as a man or a woman, as a father or a mother.
Because I can see it from the person yelling's point of view, as well as the parents of the little girl that's accused of bullying point of view. I can see it from both sides, and it's kind of difficult to choose a side really in this situation. But next thing we want to talk about is Dennis Rodman going to
Russia
to get Brittany Griner. As everybody know, they should know. It's been on the news for how long she been locked up?
Shoot.
Since the beginning of the war. Let's say 6 months. Has it been 6 months? Or longer? 8 months?
What about February?
Somewhere around there when the Ukrainian-Russia war started.
Yeah.
Basketball star Brittany Griner was arrested at an airport trying to enter Russia with some CBD oil.
With some sticky.
Hashish.
With some sticky icky.
With some weed. Basically, we might well call it what we call it over here, some weed. So call it THC, call it cannabis oil, you call it hashish, or in the real world we call it weed. You know what I'm saying? Marijuana or type of marijuana.
Yeah.
Whether it be
illegal drug.
Yeah, illegal drug.
Especially over there.
Really okay.
Russia and what? One more country that got the what's the other country that got the no tolerance at all?
Philippines. I think they kill you in the Philippines.
Oh, they do?
Yeah. They kill you in the Philippines. I used to work with some guys from the Philippines, and they said they kill you over there when you get caught with drugs. They got the president or whatever he is. They line you up, and they shoot you. Like, they go to drug dealer's house. We talked about this when I was working with them. They take you to their house, where they bust your house, they find drugs, and they can execute you right there on site with a gun in the Philippines. Look it up.
They don't pistol whip you first, man.
Kill you. Execution with a gun. I don't even know if you pretty much go to court or what, but they got the death penalty for drugs over there in the Philippines. But look, okay, top 75 Hall of Famer, NBA champion, Defensive Player of the Year, ex-NBA, former NBA star Dennis Rodman. He won it.
He got 5.
I don't know if he was with the Bulls when they won them all.
Yeah, he got 3 with the Bulls, 2 with the Pistons.
I don't know how many he got.
And because he played with the Spurs.
He played with the Spurs, the Pistons, and the Bulls. I don't know who else he played for. But anyway, he broke my concentration. But he is campaigning. He wants to, because he knows, what's that guy's name?
Putin.
The other guy that Trump had problems with, the fat guy.
The Korean dude?
Yeah, the Korean guy.
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman, the only person that could go over there and chill with him. So Dennis Rodman is used to these type of things, like going to different places and dealing with people that don't even know English. I don't know how he does it, but he does it. So he is campaigning to go to Russia to advocate for Brittany Griner's release. I don't know too much about this story. I heard about that part, but I think you know a little bit more than I do about this.
Originally, he was campaigning to go over there to try to help release her, but I think Joe Biden kind of put a stop to it because he didn't want Rodman to go over there and try to do it himself. He wanted him to go through the protocols of America and all that stuff. And
so you saying he didn't want to go over there and get kidnapped?
Yeah,
and it'd be another hostage.
Yeah, then they had 2 on.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So I guess
then if they do that, and then we would have to give up more. We would have to give up more to get both of them back instead of just one. That makes sense.
Joe Biden going over there.
Yeah, that makes sense though. I can understand Joe Biden. I can't say, hey, Joe Biden always cop blocking on something, but this right here, it makes sense. Like, man, don't go over there and do that. Like, wait a minute. Like, let's make sure everything kosher before you go over there and, you know what I mean? Without some form of protection or, you know.
We have the one with the funny color hair.
Yeah. So they might want half of the prisoners that we're holding for just those 2 people.
Yeah.
If Dennis Rodman goes over there. But
Dennis the man, he might could have freed him, man. He might could have got him back.
Yeah. He probably could do it, but he might be in the cage himself. They might put his ass in the cage. He already look like an animal.
They already
might lock him up. All right, let's see if we can pull up some kind of research on that, some kind of video or something.
Let's see what we got.
Yeah, y'all check this video out.
Now, Rodman says he wants to try to get jailed WNBA player Brittany Griner released. Griner was sentenced to 9 years in prison on drug charges earlier this month. NBC News senior national politics reporter John Allen is joining us now. So, John, Dennis Rodman, obviously, there's an air that tends to surround him. What do we know about this plan for him to go to Russia? Does he need any special permission to go there for this particular mission?
Hi, Aaron. Well, first of all, let me just say it's good to see you with Kate Snow, who used to race around the hallways of Congress with me a few years ago.
I was getting worried where you were going there for a second.
We didn't run into Dennis Rodman a lot back then. But this is what we know. All he really needs to go to Russia is a visa from the Russian government. Typically, that takes less than 2 weeks to get. He said that he has gotten permission to do that. He doesn't need permission from the United States government to go. And in fact, senior administration officials here would prefer that he didn't.
For NBA Hall of Famer Dennis Rodman, he will not travel to Russia to help free WNBA star Brittany Griner. He initially announced his plans last weekend, but now he has walked it all back. The U.S. government strongly discouraged his diplomatic efforts.
Well, there would be no rebounds from that one.
Well, he was going. At least he has the heart and the courage. I don't know if it's stupidity or courage when it comes to this situation. You going over there
He's a playmaker, man.
Okay, let me say something. It might make sense. It might not make sense. I say whatever I want. I don't care who don't like it. I don't speak too much on the gays and stuff like that. But anything else, I speak on. If everybody is criticizing Brittany Griner for going over there during a war and calling her dumb and stupid and saying they don't feel that much sympathy for her
and
because
she had drugs.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has said. You think to yourself, why was she there? Why was she over there? Why was she trying to enter Russia anyway, knowing what's going on? So when I say Dennis Rodman has courage to go over there, is it stupidity? The same way Brittany went over there during a war, and we say that was stupid. Dennis Rodman going over there, knowing a war is going on. If something happened to him, are we gonna call him stupid?
He ain't doing nothing illegal, so
yeah, but it's a prisoner.
Different.
It's a prisoner. We going to war.
What would they lock him up for?
They could lock him up just because United States sending all them weapons over there to you might as well say the U.S. is fighting Russia. If you having a fight with somebody, me and you standing beside each other, you having a fight with somebody, I pull out my gun, give it to you, and say shoot him, and you shoot him, but he don't die. He don't die. Ain't he gonna say that I had something to do with it? He saw me take out my gun, hand it to you. Y'all were just fighting until I handed you my gun. He didn't die. He gonna tell everybody that, hey, he had something to do with it. He gave him the gun to shoot me. If he won't there, I never would have got shot.
It's hard.
That's what Russia
it's hard to say because, like, I ain't Russian. We ain't Russian. We don't know how they thinking right now. We got we got Russians over here. It ain't like we just locking them up because we got war with Russia.
We all human beings. If the United States is giving the Ukraine all the weapons to shoot Russia with, they thinking we going to war with.
We got Russians over here that we ain't locking up.
This is the United States.
And you know, Rodman got that talk game. He probably like, yo, I can help y'all with the war and everything.
He might can do it.
He probably like, I can help y'all with the war. I can talk.
He might can do it,
try to get some stuff right.
Or he might just think he could do it because he cool with whatever his name is.
I think he cool with a Russian dude too.
I ain't never seen him and Putin talk. I don't think Putin cool with nobody.
Everybody.
I don't think Putin has friends.
Shoot, the Korean dude ain't have friends. You more likely to talk to Putin because Putin at least was rocking with the United Nations. But my man, he wasn't rocking with nobody.
No relation.
He wasn't rocking with nobody.
He can go over there and get caught. Just know it's no relation because
the Russians talk to us. My man ain't rock with us at all.
If
he just rock with.
It's a good idea if it was a safe idea, like Joe Biden is saying. Like, if you get the okay from Putin to go, and it's televised that Putin want to meet with you, then go. But if you don't hear from Putin and you just go over there and you see one of the Russian military people, they might take it upon themselves as an individual to knock you in the head just because they know you from the United States.
Yeah.
It can be a civilian over there in Russia.
Don't know.
It could be a civilian over there in Russia.
He could either take that chance or not.
Well, it's up to him, but kudos for the idea, for having the courage. But God always steps in and stops a fool for doing something stupid. Thank God for stopping Dennis Rodman from doing that, because if he would get kidnapped, hostage, or whatever, we would be saying he shouldn't have went over there. So,
yeah,
not unless you think different, but that's how I
mean, I don't know. He been doing some unbelievable stuff that I can't believe.
I don't think he can do this. Not in a war when people getting killed. You got Russians over there that lost their brothers and their cousins, and now you a United States person just walking around, and you coming over here trying to. People in their feelings right now. When people are getting killed, or you can call it murder, or we going to war, is people dying. That means people are in their feelings, and feelings bring about things that they normally wouldn't do. They might let Dennis Rodman walk around Russia on a normal day, but when
they see the way Dennis Rodman dressed, they'll be like, "Oh no, we better mess with that guy."
He can go for it. He can go for it.
He got a lot of rings on his face.
So what you think about that Trump? What's going on with Donald Trump?
Speaking of Russia,
what you think about what's going on with Trump and the FBI investigation?
Yes,
I know we did the last video we did on Trump and the investigation. They sent me a flag, and they were going to delete their account, saying that
probably get flagged again.
Yeah, we might. It depends on what we play. But they flagged that last video, saying that it was against policy. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, is it because of Trump and we showed a video of Trump and what happened or what, but they unflagged it. They said they were going to take the video down, but they took that away, and then they just said they're going to put 18 plus by, but anybody just can't pull up the video. So maybe some of y'all seen the video, maybe some of y'all haven't, but we did a video on what happened on Trump when it first happened, when his house got raided.
Yeah.
And
Mar-a-Lago
Resort, and YouTube, they flagged the video.
Now we got more information. They're finding 90 empty classified top secret folders.
So when you say 90
documents,
when you say 90 empty folders, that means some papers supposed to be in the folders.
They found 71 in his office,
classified,
19 in his storage.
Damn.
What did it say? Some said top secret and some said secret.
To be honest with you, I don't have anything negative to say. I ain't gonna say that. I don't feel no type of way about Trump. I feel the world was in a bad place while Trump was president. But I don't understand why people would want to see a person like this in power that lies, cheats, steals. Because the economy was running better, in my opinion, when Trump was president. But with that being said, the feel and the energy of the United States, different races against different races, like the whites and the blacks, it seemed like they were going at it more than usual. That's what I didn't like about the feeling.
It looked like it was going into a race war.
Yeah, that's how it felt.
And some of the stuff he was saying that ignited.
And it was like more violence while he was president. It's like the stuff that happened at the Capitol building and stuff like that. So that's what I didn't like about when Trump was in office. Okay, that's my opinion. Okay. Now, to a certain group of people, they might not care about that fighting back and forth, but with all that, that's bad enough.
The safer people.
Yeah, the safer people. But that's bad enough. But all that to the side, why would you still want somebody in office that's stealing nuclear weapons secrets? Now you can't find them. 90 classified documents missing. And he's friends with Saudi Arabia, and they want nuclear weapons information. And he's cool with Russia. And they said, like, when he won the election, that Russia helped him win. So now all the papers gone. So why would you want to vote for somebody, and he get up there and say that
he had to stand to his agreement, man. They helped him win. He had to give them the
Had to give 'em
documents
something.
they said
so
that they were waiting for.
now why would people want to see a person like that running the United States? Even though
They don't.
I feel like the economy was better when he was president. What about all the other bad stuff?
It's crazy because some people feel that the minorities is taking over the United States, and they feel he's the one that's gonna stop all that.
Yeah, that's how they feel, but
Like,
it's
they
cap.
don't care. They don't care about anything.
It's a
else,
lot of
but
cap
yeah,
going on
it's-
because the minorities
it's
ain't
crazy
taking
cap.
over nothing.
Yeah, nothing at all.
We ain't even close.
We don't
to,
even care.
Yeah, we ain't even close to taking over nothing. Like
Well,
we don't even.
We don't want none of these problems y'all done started.
Yeah, that's not even a goal. That's not even a goal of the minorities to take over the United States. So white people, get that out of y'all mind that the black people want to take over anything, because we got enough problems. We trying to make
equality. That's all.
Yeah, we want to be treated fairly, equal pay, and stuff like that. We don't care about no taking over no world and all that type of stuff in the United States. And we don't care what y'all got going on. We damn sure don't want to go to Mars. So y'all can keep all that
go
shit.
there by yourself.
Yeah, but I would like to know. Well, if I did know, I'd probably get murdered for knowing. But I wonder what he did with the
Area 51.
What he did he do with the document?
Man, you know he did with the documents.
I mean, I know what he did with the document.
You go.
But
I appreciate.
I don't know what he did with the document.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming.
I don't know what's in the document. I want to know what the document is.
They said there's some nuclear papers, like some nuclear weapon papers.
I want to know about the aliens. This is what I want to know about. Then the papers I want to see.
I think Obama could tell you. He about the only one that'll say. Nah, Trump will tell you. I think Trump will tell you before anybody. He'll let everything go for a price.
I like to see Trump get drunk.
Hey, he'll let everything go for a price now. Hey, but one thing I can say about Trump though that I like, no matter how old he gets, he never gives up. He wants more and more. And more. He don't stop. They say age slow you down, but that's what I respect about Trump.
Yeah.
They say age slow you down. You want to handle your grandkids, play with them, spend time with them. Not Trump.
And he a gangster.
He want more money. Even though, what can you do with all this money? You did everything already.
Buy some more Russian women.
What you gonna keep doing with all this money? You trading different things for money, for income. What are you doing with it when you've been rich your whole entire life? Like, what more could you want to do with money? I can understand passing the wealth to your generation that come behind you, but
he just, I don't know.
Other than that, you done taught them, I'm assuming, how to build their own wealth. So why do you feel the need to get out here and make all these deals and scamming to get more money? And you on your last 10 years of life.
You don't want to pay taxes.
You on your last 10 years of life, your last 5 years of walking.
He going out like a G.
So what you gonna do with the money? Like, that's what I don't understand. And I think that a lot of people think that Trump don't do this type of stuff because they be like, man, that old man ain't do that. Like, he ain't selling no classified documents. He too old. Why would he do that?
Think about it. The oldest people we knew, how did they get down?
I got the same questions. Why would he do that? Just like the people that support Trump got the questions.
He on back though, man.
They don't believe that Trump would do that because why would he do that? I got the same question too. Why would you do that? You're too old. Man. But I believe he doing it.
He on back.
I mean, shout out to Trump.
You got to help him back.
Shout out to Trump though for never giving up. He is the definition.
Shout out to Trump hair.
He is the definition.
It never gives up either.
Of never giving up. If they made a sign or a t-shirt would never give up on it, I think they should have Trump picture up there.
Also, somebody with a Trump sticker on the car. What, Trump 2024, some stuff like that.
Out here?
No, not out here, but not far from here.
My neighbor got one. My next door neighbor got one.
I didn't even look at that.
Yeah, it's on the back of the SUV. I see it every day. Yeah,
they never given up either.
Yeah, but you know what? When I moved out here, they were here before me. When I moved here, they had a Trump flag on the front porch, like hanging off the side of the house. After I moved here, then they took it down. But they still had it on. And you know, the real estate agent said, I take you out there to look at the house, but you might see some things you don't want to see. So I couldn't figure out what she was talking about until I got out here. And then that's what it was that she was talking about when she said you might see some things that you don't want to see. Because I guess in America, that means rebel flag. Like the Trump flag is the new rebel flag. So I guess that's how she sees it. Yeah. She's a white woman. She sees it like that, so I'm assuming she thinks that I view it that way, which I do. I look at it like that too.
You should put a Denzel Washington 2023.
But she did warn me that when we get out there for you to view the house, you might see some things that you don't want to see. And I was like, what the hell could she be talking about? I'm thinking like, well, I'm going to see some child pornography or something. Like, what the hell? But that's what it was, a Trump flag. But we speak. We cordial. Like, he stopped out there yesterday. The husband and the wife stopped out there yesterday, and they talked to me for a minute. They said they were going to the restaurant to get something to eat. They smile and wave, so we cool. But, you know, I think it's a stigma that when black people move in, they say, there goes the neighborhood. I think that's where that saying came from. There goes the neighborhood. When black people move in.
You drop the property value down over here?
Yeah, man. When I sell the house, I got to hang up pictures of white people just to get my money worth. That's a damn shame. But that's the world we living in. See, black people not trying to take over the United States.
We're just trying to survive.
We know how to manipulate the system. Take your pictures down and when you want to sell your house, we already know the tricks.
Yeah.
Take our pictures down, hang up pictures of white people, and we could sell the house for the same amount of money. That's what we want, equality. We want it so we don't have to take our pictures down. That's called equality. We shouldn't have to take our pictures down in our house to sell the house for the amount of money that it's worth. But we have to. We want that shit to stop. That's what we mean by we want equality. But we know how to manipulate the system. Just go to Walmart and buy some pictures. See, the good thing about living in the United States is when you buy a picture frame, they don't put pictures of black people in the picture frame. They put pictures of white people in the picture frame. So you don't even have to
do that now.
You just buy the picture and hang them up. So y'all helping us and don't even know it.
Get you a coffee mug with the American flag up there.
Yeah, Trump 2020. And put something in the house that say Trump 2020.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do. Yeah. All right.
Proud to be American.
Make America great again. I don't know if I want to show a video of Trump because we might get flagged again. We might as well just move on to the next one.
People understand what he meant by make America great again?
I don't. Because
American, when it was great to them, when they were running everything, we were in slavery.
Well,
they feel like that were the greatest times.
When we were building everything and they didn't have to work.
When we were doing all the work for
them. I don't know what he meant, so
they
I can't
just
speak
using
on that.
People and animals.
I hate to call the man a racist because I don't know him personally, but he did free Kodak Black.
He might should have left him, man.
Yeah, he did free Kodak, and I'm pretty sure he helped a lot of African Americans with other things too. So I guess if you look at the facts, people handle people accordingly to your relationship with them. If they like you, they'll do something for you, no matter the color. If they don't like you, they're not going to do anything for you, no matter the color. So I guess he has black people that he like and white people that he like. So, I mean, how can I call him racist just because he doesn't have that many black friends? You can't. A person that doesn't have...
remember when he won Fresh Prince?
Nah, I probably could pull it up. I probably could Google it, but...
Hey, you remember when he fought Vince McMahon?
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. All right, keep it moving. The next subject we want to talk about. Let's talk about one more thing before we leave. Before we wrap it up for the week.
We're going to talk about T.I. son, or we're going to go to what we want to talk about.
You rather talk about T.I. son, or you rather talk about the guy that got released from prison after he kidnapped?
Let's talk about him.
And buried all these people, all these children. Okay. Kidnapped a whole school bus full of children and buried them alive.
What year?
I think it was 1970. Let me make sure. I think this happened in 1976.
He's now 70 years old, right?
It happened in 1976. His name is Frederick Woods. Y'all check out this video of Frederick Woods.
It's an incredibly horrible situation. 26 children on a school bus kidnapped and buried alive. Incredibly, they all survived. Time has not healed all, but it has healed some.
It's about time. 46 years is a long, long time, man.
Reverend Larry Park has forgiven his captors now. He was just 6 years old when he and his classmates on a school bus in Chowchilla were taken hostage, buried in a trailer, and covered with dirt. His captors seeking a ransom.
I mean, 6 years old doesn't seem like the right age to be thinking about if it's going to hurt to die.
The children spent hours digging themselves free. The men responsible were found and convicted. Now, the mastermind of the twisted crime, Frederick Woods, is being granted parole 4 decades later.
There is nothing that is going to bring closure for any of us. And so whether he stays in jail or gets out, if he dies in jail, there's no more sense of closure in that.
While Park advocated for the parole, others fought it, including survivor Jennifer Brown Hyde, who issued a statement reading in part, "My family is disappointed in the parole board's decision. I am extremely proud of my fellow survivors, friends, and family members that continued to fight till the end." Steve Mallory was a TV news reporter who was first on the scene of the notorious case.
Did you know at that point that this would go down as one of the most truly strange crimes in state history?
Yes, there was no question about that. It was so bizarre.
Park is now a pastor and life coach, overcoming 20 years of addiction he blamed on the kidnapping. He has since met with each of his captors face to face and forgiven them. The grown man making amends with the perpetrators of his real-life childhood nightmare.
What happened to the other people? The other 2 men that were arrested. But they say he was a mastermind.
They probably being got out. They probably served some time.
They say he was locked up for 46 years. Okay. Frederick Woods kidnapped a whole school. Just imagine your child on a school bus. The school bus is missing. Nobody knows where the school bus is. 26 children on the bus. Just imagine some people kidnap you know how heinous that would be for 3 men to kidnap a school bus in today's time, and they have a hole buried already waiting to put the bus in, and then cover the bus with dirt.
What even make you do that?
Mm-hmm. That's like
you just randomly, you know what? Let's just get a school bus and bury it.
Full of children.
6-year-olds
and stuff. Damn.
Even though none died, I think he died.
I mean, what that was just God though, saving the children. Because when you take a school bus and put it in a hole and cover it with dirt, don't you expect?
There's attempted murder for 26
26 count. So basically, he did about a year and a half per child. 26 times 2 would be 52. So he did 46 years.
Yeah, 46.
He did about a year and a half per child.
He should still be in there right now.
He should still be in there.
They should just let him chill in there.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Like, what make you do that? Like, if you're the type of person that would do that, why do they think that you need to be walking around normal people?
And they killed Tookie Williams.
So I guess he kidnapped some 6-year-olds, but I know on a bus it's all ages, so it had to be some older children on the bus to make it out the dirt, because I don't even think 6-year-olds can climb out the dirt, get out the bus, the windows up, probably. It had to be like some older children on the bus too to make that happen. Like a bunch of 6-year-olds, if all of them were the same age, it seemed like they would just be on the bus crying, wouldn't know what to do. But some kind of way they dug themselves out and everybody made it. So I'm thinking it had to be some 10, 12, 13 years. Something. I don't know. This is a story that I wanted to talk about, but the guy that was talking, he was 6 when it happened. But I'm not sure everyone's age, but I don't think this person need to be
free.
It's hard to say, but in my opinion, I guess I would have to
That
talk
make
to him.
No type of sense.
Yeah, I would like to talk to this person and ask them what made them do that, or the other 2 men that was involved. Like, how did y'all come up with this? Did he hold a gun to y'all head and tell y'all that if y'all didn't help him bury these children, like, what made 3 people get together and think of this? I can see one person thinking of it by herself.
I can see one person. Did you get fired from the school district?
I can understand one person coming
like,
up with a dumb idea, but when you got 3 people coming up with the same heinous dumb idea,
that was some Beavis and Butthead.
Anytime children are involved, I feel like a different way about the crime. It's just me. Like, I don't like anybody that harm children. And then you take a whole bus full of children and try to harm them all at once. I think he should serve life in prison. That's my opinion. But hey, people change, and I guess he got out for whatever reason. Maybe his relationship with God grew stronger.
White privilege.
What you say? What you say it was?
White privilege.
He said it was white privilege. Do you think that if the children were black, he would have got out sooner?
30 years earlier.
I mean, I don't know.
Probably around that time, 76? Yeah, he would have got out.
It happened in
He would have got out.
He been out by 96.
Yeah, he would have been out.
If it were black. Yeah, I think you're right. See, that's what we were talking
if it were
about.
Black, then buried him. 2 consecutive life.
They probably would. If it was a black person or people that buried the white children,
especially 1976,
I would have.
Yeah, they would have executed him.
They would have said they hung themselves in prison, in jail.
Nah, they would have given him a chair. They would have killed him.
Yes, that's what we mean by equality. Like, we know that if this was a black person that kidnapped the white children, he wouldn't be getting no parole. He wouldn't be being released. And I don't even know if the guy that was up there talking, if he would have said, yeah, it's time for him to get out.
Yeah. Like, oh, hell no.
He probably say, I'm still traumatized right now. I can't sleep at night. He should stay in there. But I don't know that, though, because I don't know the guy. But
I know.
You know in the back of your mind, but you don't want to say it. But okay, all right. But this has been the K-Pasta Podcast and Reviews, episode 18. like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.
That's right, because ain't no limit to what we could do.
And we'll catch y'all next time. Peace.
Love, peace, and soul.
And this has been brought to you by Robin's Hair Extension. The weave that you need.
And Flow Trotters Entertainment.
Peace.